Conclude another incredible week of learning 5 minutes of tefillah. Believe it or not, we're nearing towards the end of this fabulous sefer. We're in the middle of the Pirkei Siyum, Perek Dalid. Today is quite a deep piece. It might take us 2 or maybe even 3 days to develop, but let's try our best. He says over here that now we can explain a bit more in depth what we spoke about much earlier in the sefer, in the chapter on Rina, in the chapter of praises, singing shirais v'sishpachais, praising Hashem. We quoted a pasuk, and the pasuk was Shemesh begivain daim. The sun should be silent in givain. And Rosh Hashanah explains to us what this means is the entirety of the strength that's contained within the sun is the Shira that it says. And we know in Pirkei Shira, all different life forces, all different creations, each have their unique Shira that they sing to Hashem. And he explains to us that it's not merely that the lion sings this, but rather the song is that which keeps the lions alive. It is the very life force of the creature, is the song that it sings. And what this brings out is that tefillah hi etzem ruach hachayim shel parnosas of kol ha'olam. As we saw and as we've explained, that when the world was created, everything was ready. But Ad Barisha didn't daven, and therefore nothing could grow. Because tefillah is the very life force of the entire world. But he says, let's explain this on another and another, a deeper and deeper level. How we could come to this realization that tefillah is the very life force, the intrinsic connection that we have with our Creator. And he says that the yesod, the foundation of all tefillah, is anava. Now, in order to understand this, we have to know what does anava mean, and with the understanding of what anava is, humility, then we can apply this, and then we can come to realize how tefillah is the yesod of anava. And the way that he explains anava is not, he says, don't make the mistake, as some people think. Humility means that the wealthy guy doesn't know he's wealthy, or the strong man doesn't think he could pick up something small. That's not humility. That's stupidity, he says. Humility is, you know your strengths, but you realize where those strengths come from. And he says a beautiful and absolutely incredible mashal, which lends such clarity to what real humility is. He says, humility is a mirror. When you look in the mirror shines whatever is looking at it. But does the mirror itself have any form of its own? No. The moment you walk away from the mirror, there's nothing there. Says Rav Shimshon Pincus, if you want to understand humility at the very depth of what it means that we human beings are like a mirror. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, gives us, provides for us, sustains us. Every quality, every aspect, every strength, every weakness that we have is God-given. We're just the mirror that is reflecting that which Hashem has given to us. For example, if there's a person with no money and randomly some billionaire walks over to him, never met him before, for no reason at all, hands him a ton of money, should that poor person feel, wow, I'm a wealthy man? No, because he didn't deserve anything. He's the mirror that just received and he reflects it back. He might afterwards buy an expensive suit, but it's not his suit. The wealthy man bought it for him. So we as people, any strength that we have, any area that we shine or lack thereof is merely a reflection of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And with this understanding, he quotes the Nefesh HaChaim, in which the Nefesh HaChaim explains to us that Hashem's incredible abilities are such that every single moment God is keeping the world running. And in our terms, what that means is continuously giving to us and allowing us to be that mirror to shine back. Not like the way that a man were to build something, that I could build a table and walk away and the table stands on its own. Of course not. God created the world and every moment is recreating for eternity every aspect of the world. And with this, we'll conclude, and we'll have to explain this on a deeper level. When it says that Moshe Rabbeinu spoke to Hashem, panim el panim, what that meant was Moshe Rabbeinu at the highest climax. When he was standing so close to God, what he was doing, he was reflecting Hashem at the highest level. There's nothing, anachnu ma, says Moshe, we are nothing to ourselves. But the closer we get to God, the more that we talk to Him, the more that we present ourselves in front of Him in tefillah, is the more that we allow Him to reflect off of us, the more that we allow ourselves to be that mirror, the more that we allow God to show His reflection off of ourselves. And that is at the very depths of how tefillah, how anova is the aside of all tefillah. We'll develop this point a bit further. I know it's a deep point. B'siyata d'shmaya.